Second huge mistake is to accept unplugged gigs. Guys, this is a huge mistake.
Jazz amore, jazz amore.
Ciao, my name is Eleonora.
And my name is Rossella.
And together we are
Jazz Amore. We play Italian music in Australia.
And this is our channel where we share motivational videos, inspirational stories,
musician mindset and marketing tips for musicians who want to start living from music.
If you want to know 6 huge mistakes that all musicians do when getting gigs, please keep watching.
First mistake, to not promote your gig. Guys, it's really important to promote your gig nowadays, and you have to do it online. Nowadays, it's really hard to find a business that doesn't have a presence online. For example, when we started, we opened straight away an Instagram account, and it gave us a lot of opportunity to expand our audience and to find more gigs. We actually took the majority of our gigs through Instagram, even today.
That's how people find you, right?
Yeah.
If people in Sydney, in Australia, wanted to have live Italian music, where could they find us? They would just go online on social media. So if we didn't have a channel, if we didn't promote, if Rossella didn't do all the 1,000 posts and stories and reels and all these things, no one would know about it. Even if we promote Italian music, we know we have a good project that we can share, but if no one knows about it, what's the point?
Yes, and then, for example, at the beginning, 4 years ago, we used to make Facebook events for every concert. Okay, so we could invite to every event all our friends. Then we got a little bit more popular and we started having 4 or 5 gigs a week. So we really couldn't do that. And for example, now we are posting our month calendar, which is the next step, you know. And then don't wait to be perfect to be on social media or to start a project. For example, we are starting our YouTube channel. We know that we cannot be perfect right now, but the importance is really to start, to put yourself out there. And then invite your friends, stress them. They need to know about you, and you have to believe in yourself, because just like that, other people, all your other friends can believe in your project and can support you.
That's right. How can you expect, your friends, for example, to believe in your project before you even believe it yourself, right? That was the first huge mistake a lot of musicians do. The second huge mistake is to accept unplugged gigs. Guys, this is a huge mistake, right?
That we did.
Yes, we did twice, you know. You think once you learned, and then...
We were about to do it a third time as well.
Yeah, no, okay, that's it. No way. We all love this idea of unplugged live music, right? Small ambience, a nice atmosphere, everyone sitting and listening and enjoying the music. But you know, expectations versus reality.
It's not like that.
It's not like that, exactly. So especially in this case, well, we can give you a couple of examples of what happened to us. One was a wedding, and that's probably where you expect, beautiful outdoor garden in a, nice sunny day, birds singing and this lovely guitar and 2 ladies singing together with the birds. But that was the expectations, and then the reality was a lot of people drinking and being very loud and talking and shouting and having fun. It's a wedding, of course you want to have fun, and that wasn't the perfect moment for us to be playing unplugged. Not the perfect moment, not the perfect place, and so we should have definitely said no to play unplugged. So yeah, lesson learned for sure.
It's a very big strain for your voice, and your music won't get valued, because when you are there with a little guitar not amplified and 2 female tiny voices that try to overcome all this crowd, it's basically impossible to overcome all this noise. So it's a waste of money from your client. It doesn't preserve your health as well.
Yeah, unless you can be really sure, there's gonna be 10 people sitting and being very
Silent.
quiet. Yes, exactly. But even if they say, no, it's just a small audience,
Don't believe them.
be careful. That's it. So definitely be very mindful of that. And also another example was when we were asked to play private function in a beautiful restaurant in the inner city of Sydney, and like it was a function room, so it was very small, and that could have been like one big table of people.
There were like 15 people,
Yeah,
maximum.
Exactly, even less. So that could have been okay, and we thought, okay, maybe that could be fine. But then the night we went there and realized that inside that room, the restaurant had the speakers with the music they were playing outside that room. So how could we play Unplugged with the music playing in the background? Total disaster. I mean, we still had a lot of fun. Both occasions, like, fine. In the end, you have to do something, right? Like, the people are paying you to play and to entertainment.
Yeah, you don't just leave everything and go. This is absolutely unprofessional.
No, exactly. So in the end we said, okay, what can we do? And in that case, for example, we stood up and just went around the table asking people to get
Sing
more
with
engaged.
us.
Exactly, sing with us, clap the hands, and so we could make a little bit more noise. And yeah, but that was, not ideal, let's say. So that was it. That was the second huge mistake. Third huge mistake is to make your client decide for your entire repertoire.
Yeah, this is absolutely a huge mistake, guys. We already experienced that. If the client found you, it means that they found you because of all the work that you did before. How did you do this work? With your own repertoire, with the repertoire that you already rehearsed, with the sound that you wanted to give to your project. So what does it mean? That you had to be really firm on your choices, on your repertoire, preserving yourself, because if the client decides your entire repertoire, yes, you could rehearse it, you could make it good, of course, you could have a lot of compliments from everyone, but at the end of the day, it's not what you worked on and what you have the experience on.
Yeah, it's not what you feel comfortable with. And in the end, especially the audience, they're gonna have a perception of yourself, of your project, that is different from what you created and what you worked for. So it happened to us once, and some people in the audience, they also listened to us another occasion, like after that time where we had a completely different repertoire. And what they said was like, wow, girls, you're amazing. That previous night we didn't realize your value. And we were like, yeah, of course, because we were playing songs that were not, our own repertoire, not songs that we were very much comfortable with. And maybe they didn't reflect too much what we do, our project. So that's it. That's definitely like a huge mistake. The fourth huge mistake is to accept fees that really undervalue your project. Of course, there are exceptions. There are situations, different various circumstances. For example, we mentioned in another video, for the first gig, if you want, you can check the other video, how to get your first gig. In that video, we say that, of course, maybe the first time it's okay to have a lower fee and just accept less than what you would expect for that gig, because you're trying to promote yourself, you're trying to get started. That's one situation where it's okay. But usually it's up to you to do your research on your value, your market value, depending on where you are, like what's the standard fee that a musician would get for a project similar to yours, and your level as well. Like, you need to understand that, because you can't, overprice yourself. Then of course no one will call you and no one will pay you that budget. So that's really important to research, right?
Yeah, and it's really important to not ruin the market, because if you understand that a music project that is similar to yours get a fee, and you, in order to get the gig, you undersell it, it's like ruining the market. it's not a nice thing to do.
It's not fair.
Among musicians, we need to support each other to grow and to let people understand and clients understand that we are bringing a value to their event, to their restaurants, to their party. Also, in the exceptions, for example, like you don't have to be arrogant in this. For example, there are specific occasions, like after a lockdown, we were super lucky that I think when restaurants allowed 10 customers to come in their restaurants, we were super lucky to have the gig on the very first day after the lockdown was over. In that situation, we accepted a lower fee because we wanted to come back on the market, and we also understood the difficulty that the restaurant's owner were facing. So it's really, you know, being empathetic towards some situations. I know, like we know that so many musicians, they were just behind Facebook writing, oh, I'm not going to gigs because they are not paying a fair fee, which is understandable, but you also have to understand all the factors around. So be mindful about it. Fifth huge mistake is to not have a banner during your gigs. We actually were really slow about it. We introduced our banner really recently, but we absolutely advise you to do it as soon as possible, because people need to know who you are, where they can find you. And if you can get a QR code, nowadays people are super familiar with QR codes. So put it on your banner, put a huge picture on your banner with your name and maybe an underline that describe who you are and what you do in very few words, like 4 or 5 words. And so people can find you. Otherwise, like we lost a lot of followers because we didn't have a banner, and people don't listen to your name when we thank the audience. So they really need the visual hook to have the recognition that you deserve.
And I think also Rossella now is an expert of preparing banners. So in case you have no idea how to do it, please let us know in the comment below. So at least we can make another video where we can show you what we did.
Yes.
Our 6th huge mistake is not having your business cards with you. This is so important. It's pretty much like having a banner, you know, how can people find you? How can people know your name and maybe contact you for an event? And it's very different from the banner because it may be, you know, banner can be useful if you have a social media. If you have Instagram, you have your QR code, people will scan that and follow you. But some people may not have social media. And it happened often that we got people who were requesting our business cards because that's the easiest way for them to just find us, have our phone number. You have your phone number, your email address, your website, even your social media, but the business card is very important.
Yeah, and you never know when these people will contact you. You might give them the business card like 3-4 years before that they actually call you for some events, for some work. So it's really good because you leave a little object in their wallet and they might remind of you, you know, when you less expect that.
That's all for today, guys. These were our 6 huge mistakes we could think of based on our experience. 4 years of playing Italian music in Australia. So thank you so much for watching.
If you watched it till now, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It will mean a lot to us. And we want you to comment on the comment section below the word focaccia. Ciao! Ciao.